Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome back to JDL League number 6. I'm SP Evolution 5, joined by myself. That's a little awkward, but hey, sorry about that. And we've got Team eHug facing up against Boreal Esports in a 2-game series. It is the eve of the new patch, and of course I know a lot of you guys are excited about that. I'm pretty excited about it as well. I was just doing some analysis with Rupture that we will continue after this 2-game series, but of course we're going to take a break to cast you guys some Dota, and we do really appreciate all of you coming out. I know there's a lot of games going on at the moment, but it's still pretty great viewership, in all honesty, and we appreciate you guys being fans of the channel. Don't forget to hit that follow button if you're new here, welcome, etc. Let's hop into the draft. Team eHug. Well, they've gone through a few roster changes, and now it looks like they are a little more stable, but they haven't been pulling out really impressive results. Last night, they played in the Canada Cup, and let me see the bracket there, because I believe Season 5. Yep, they did make it through the tiebreaker, but they lost to Summer's Rift 2-0, which is kind of excuse me. And the hiccups there. Kind of expected, seeing as Summoner's Rift is quite a talented team at the moment. They will face the loser of Wheel North American Rejects, which is going on now in a lower bracket match very soon. Interested to see how they play up against Boreal, who are not currently in Canada Cup. Just kidding, they totally are. They'll be playing against top 5 at some point. Not really sure. And did finish 2-1 in their group, knocking out Root and Black Sheep as well. They're doing really well for themselves, indeed. So, should be interesting to see here. Especially with Root being such a talented team at the moment. They took down Tinker just a little bit earlier tonight, and it'll be interesting to see how they fare, as well as Boreal here. Team eHug versus Boreal. Boreal picking up the Axe and the Lena. Zeus and Batrider are the pickups for Team eHug. They do get that Night Stalker banned out against them. We've seen this pocket strat with Zeus and Night Stalker come up a couple times where you just have so much vision, so much dewarding potential that there's practically nothing you can do. And yeah, it'll be interesting to see that anyway. Wait a second, I thought I was mixed up here. Okay, I was wrong about that, in terms of who won that game, but okay. Shadow Fiend being picked up by Boreal now, and that's probably going to be KBH's hero. He plays it pretty well, I would say. And it should be interesting to see how he does on that in general. Team eHug picking up the Templar Assassin now. Great hero up against Shadow Fiend, and a hero who, well, when played right, is really a monster. And I'm assuming that's going to be Infinity's hero on the mid lane. They'll put Zeus in either an off lane or a support position. Although Batrider is going to be taking up that off lane, so he'll be in a supportive position, which will be just fine. But eHug, they need a hard carry here. They need something that's going to be able to take them late game or close out the game pretty early. By the way, guys, forgive me if I make any 6.84 references here. It's been on the brain all day, I'll be honest here. And this is that awkward time of transition where you want to move on to the new patch, but it's not quite out yet, so you still have to deal with the old patch. And what's going to happen? We are going to see Spirit Breaker picked up by Boreal, a lot of initiation from them, and they have the Axe. This is going to be excellent for them. All their heroes are dealing damage here. Now, there is a good chunk of lockdown for Team eHug, so Spirit Breaker may not be able to reign free here, They'll ban out the Juggernaut. They don't want any more damage being dealt out with this team. And so, him being one of the primary physical damage dealers of this patch, they're going to ban him out, of course. We are going to see the final ban from Boreal coming out right now. I'd expect them to ban out one of those, either pushing heroes, like even a Lycan could be a possibility, or of course the Spectre. With a Zeus on the board, you have to watch out for Spectre, and Spectre will outcarry most of these heroes. Because she outcarries everything. I mean, it's just how Spectre works in general. Trying to make sure I've logged off of Steam so no notifications come up. Looks good. I need to get that in my regular repertoire of pre-broadcast stuff, but anyways, Team eHug looking for a damage dealer here, and I'm honestly not sure what it's going to be. I'm guessing they were relying on the Spectre, who would have been very good in this situation. They need something either that pushes or is going to be able to go super late. And the range of heroes that are going to be able to do that are very slim. With PL being banned out, it'll be a Medusa here. And this is okay, but they do definitely have the burst damage. She's not amazing against Axe. She's okay, though. TA will be able to create space for her, though. And a Lincoln's honestly wouldn't be that bad this game, so it'll be interesting to see how this one works out. I'm already liking it, though.
5 seconds remaining. Reserve time.
Not as much as I'm liking all of you guys in the channel chat, etc. right now. Except for that guy spamming a link about some site somewhere who we're not particularly caring for. But Boreal gonna go with the Phoenix, so much more of a mid-game team fight lineup. I'm interested to see how they're gonna lane this, as they picked their heroes much faster than I could read the names. That would not be the right overlay. There we go. But of course, Boreal up against eHug. Getting kicked off right now. I'm SP Revolution 5 for TruesightTV. Don't forget to follow TrueSight on the Twitch channel. On YouTube, you can find our YouTube channel by doing !YouTube in the chat. We don't have enough followers on there for our custom name yet, but you guys can help us out with that by going on there and just hitting the subscribe button. It takes almost no time from you, and it means a ton to us, so that would be very helpful. You can also find us on Facebook and Twitter under TruesightTV. Let's go ahead and introduce your lineups. On the side of eHug, we have Pandago on the Lion. Cero will be standing in on the Medusa. MJW will be on your Zeus, playing what honestly looks like a support role, but totally doesn't. I'm very confused about these starting items, to be honest, so we'll see what comes of that. Gamer123 going to be mid lane on the Templar Assassin, and in the bot lane we're going to have Infinity on the Bat Rider. On the other side of the river, we'll have KBH on that Shadow Fiend, one of his signature heroes for sure. PQ, or Penguin, will be on the Spirit Breaker. Angry Testy will be here on the Lena. Jeppins will be on the Axe, and Pizza Dad 37 will be on your Phoenix. Of course, I'm SP Revolution 5 once again for TrueSight TV. Sorry for shameless self-promotion, but it is my channel, so I can do what I want, boys. And overall going to be a very interesting game. I'm still very curious about the Zeus's starting items, but I guess it works. And this, well, puzzling to say the least, a dual lane coming out from Jeppins and Pizza Dad. Pizza Dad being able to, I guess, just harass out here. And actually, they're going to go in on Pandago, who's taking a good chunk of damage, but a Tango will be able to heal him up from that quite nicely. Gamer should be okay in this mid lane. Not going to win out against the Lina, but not going to lose the lane too hard either, unless he misplays pretty hard. And as you can see, he's already dominating on last hits and denies. Medusa, though, going to get pretty safe farm up top as well. Batrider popping his clarity right now to regen up a bit. Angry Tessie. Trying to survive against Selena, but not doing a wonderful job at the moment. Lion gonna go around to contest the rune. Gonna have a relatively passive early game here. I'm not gonna see too much action come out until Spirit Breaker is well and ready to charge. And Infinity has his Blink Dagger up. And Medusa definitely not really wanting to leave lane. Same with TA, honestly. If you're not gonna be able to help your team get some kills early on, you might as well just sit and farm for a while. Now Pandaga will be looking for the courier here. Unfortunately for him, it's just chilling. It's in the base. Angry Testy actually not getting close to the bottle at the moment. There will be a charge in on Gamer on the mid lane, and here we go, boys. Sentry Ward already placed down, and Gamer in a bit of trouble. Will get stunned up. Has a meld available, but is going to try to back up here. Elgato just sitting by and watching, but actually won't even use the meld. Smarter than the average Gamer, it appears. As Pandago is going to waddle back toward the top lane, failing in his quest to find the courier, but he'll do just fine. Meanwhile, Jeppin's actually going right in on Sarao. Battle Hunger as well thrown out on him. Won't be enough to bring him down. We do need a second from Infinity, and I need a second to stretch here. Wow. I was working on a paper and then doing patch analysis all afternoon, so haven't really been very active today. Your daily reminder to go outside and get some exercise, but take TrueSight TV with you. Pull up Twitch on your phone, on an iPad, something like that. Hell, drag your whole computer outside, why not? Unless it's raining. That could end badly. Pandago gonna miss the Earth Spike, actually, as he could be going down for first blood here. Pizza Dad able to grab it with the burn damage, and Sero not doing too hot on the back end of that as well. Although he does have a ring of Basilius, excuse me. He isn't regenerating mana very quickly, and therefore he's very, very squishy indeed. I do think that was a, yep, it was a bottle coming out to him. And he'll actually get extra charges out of that as well. Nicely done by Pandago there. And actually, it looks like triple bottle coming out for eHug right now. Maybe a little zealous, and MJW probably wanted to get one as well, but may not be able to. They'll get the revenge kill on Axe at least. And Pandago looking for Pizza Dad will get the stun off as well. A Mana Snake. Mana Mystic Snake, excuse me. To take that down as well. A double kill for Team eHug. And a really nice start for them despite their loss of the first blood. Now Gamer is in a little bit of trouble, but if Refraction is going to help him a lot against Lena. Until she gets a few levels up in Fiery Soul, gets some sort of attack speed item like Treads even, or even just a little more stats could do the job. You're not going to be able to burn through those Refraction charges very quickly, seeing as you only have single instances of damage. Lena's got fire, but it's more of a flash fire that kind of burns up and then heads back out. It doesn't stay there burning and dealing damage over time for long periods of time. So That's something we're going to see come out from her. And not really affect the TA that much, to be completely honest. Taking a look at our top lane, where MJW was getting zoned out a bit, but not going to be taken down just yet. Penguin hanging out near the top lane, but not a huge deal. As Jeppins actually takes a chunk of damage there, but MJW trying to close the deal, not going to be able to. Will throw out a lightning bolt on Phoenix, but no mana for anything else. Pretty much means he is going to be dead. Penguin with one more bash will bring him down. Now Sorrow having a backup here, does have full mana at least. Meanwhile, support's trying to rotate toward the mid lane to possibly bring down Lina. This is the problem though. While TA can survive the Lina, she's going to have a lot of trouble killing her because as soon as she gets close, she starts taking creep harass. And we just see a lot of those refraction charges just kind of fall off very quickly. So Medusa now with phase boots up, so going toward a more farm-oriented Medusa, I would imagine. Usually if we're going to fight, you want to get those power treads so you have a little bit of extra health or mana, or agility even, to work with when you need it. A little surprising, though, that she does go for the bottle and the phase boots. Usually with the bottle, you want to get the treads so you can get more efficiency out of that bottle, but not going to be the option here. And it looks like Lina is going for power treads, however. Pandago in a lot of trouble in the bot lane. Will Earth Spike one, but KVH has the raise to finish the deal. He's sitting on 29 souls. That's his current cap. And also 1,700 gold. We could see him go for a Midas. We could see him just go all-out aggression, which is personally what I'd like to see up against the Medusa. Angry Testy looks like he's going to be bottle crowing right here. Actually, Gamer just lost refraction, but unfortunately there's no mana for something like a Laguna Blade to just burst him down quickly, so not going to see that used just yet. Phoenix now picking up the Tranquils at least. And I'm assuming they're playing Phoenix as kind of a very greedy 4 position, and then relying on Spirit Breaker to be the 5 position, or even 6 position at that point. We've got Phoenix playing like a 3.5 or something. Batrider though, sitting nearby. There is a Midas up on the Shadow Fiend now, which is going to be useful for sure. And that is going to be coming in on the courier as Lina picks up her bottle and the treads as well. Those treads, again, are going to help her get much more efficiency out of the bottle. And Gamer, they throw down a sentry. And I don't think Gamer realizes it yet. But now he'll know something's up because they did just deward that trap. Courier almost being caught out by Infinity there, but managed to activate the speed boost in time. Infinity only sitting 700 gold from his Blink Dagger. Let's take a look back at Medusa, who is, I believe, done with... No, not done with the Yasha. Actually, just a Ring of Aquila, but going to be moving into a Yasha very soon, which will, of course, help her to continue farming very quickly. Get around a little more. She sure does know how to slither. That's all I gotta say, man. Gamer now caught with the refraction down, but actually that damage over time from Axe is going to be enough to burn it away very quickly. Double damage is popped. There's going to be a stun coming out. The Axe call did not activate, but Gamer going to get away as actually they trap Axe on the cliff for now. Batrider going to be trapped up here with him. And actually Spirit Breaker, hexed by the Lion, hit with an Earth Spike as well. It's a double kill for Infinity as Pizza Dad comes in trying to seal the deal. Damage over time going to come out from that ulti. I don't think they can kill this off in time, but they actually can, it turns out. as Infinity has picked up his Blink Dagger. He's 2-0-1. Those 2 kills really sealing the deal there. He'll actually be able to pick up a smoke on the back end of that, assuming there's one in stock, and there is 3, excuse me, in stock right now.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Again, Batrider already having that Blink Dagger is going to help him out a ton. Gamer with the haste rune and working on a Blink Dagger, I can only assume. Since I have no actual evidence of that. Sorry for the moments of silence. I'm trying to stretch my arm out here because my back is killing me. 21, that is not a problem you want to be having. Axe working on his own Blink Dagger though. As let's take a look at overall items and then we'll take a look at overall gold. Urn is up for the Spirit Breaker. That's going to help him out a lot. Blink already up for Bat. Pandago not sitting on too much. Yeah, not sitting on much gold at all. It's actually Batrider will jump in mid lane on Angry Testy and take him down. Infinity now on a killing spree, as actually a Zeus ult was used there as well. It's going to help them out quite nicely. Zeus actually hitting a very quick level 6. Or we could say a standard level 6 and... Ooh, did it. Okay. I can actually see the point of this. Mask of Madness on TA. Again, not your usual pickup at all. But it does have its place, and when there's a lot of single instance damage, this could be exactly what you want to have for your Templar Assassin, since it'll make her hit a lot faster and give her an incredible amount of move speed. Well, it still will. 6.84 incoming any day now. But also, she's not going to really feel the additional damage if she has Refraction up pretty much at all. Assuming it's just big one instance of damage, which means the Laguna Blade's burst isn't going to be able to take her down as quickly. I'm a little surprised she didn't go for something like BKB here, but Glass Cannon TA is perfectly fine as well. And this can help her farm up relatively quickly, but I believe she's going to be farming heroes. Meanwhile, though, we do have Axe picking up the Blink Dagger in the jungle here. Zeus ult coming out to give vision, and actually going on KDH on the bot lane. There's going to be an ult out from Penguin. They will bring down the Shadow Fiend. TA in a little bit of trouble. Will actually end up taking down the Spirit Breaker. Is dominating spree for Infinity, and now an owner spree. Infinity is playing nearly perfectly. Angry Testy gonna get the jump on now. eHug taking him down as 3 are dead for Boreal, and eHug not looking quite as great. Boreal did beat them in a best of 3 that we casted the other week for the playoffs of JDL League Season 5. However, Boreal ended up falling to Root in the next stage, which was a bit of a problem indeed, but won't be that much. And actually, Infinity stacking up Ancients here. TA should be able to farm those relatively quickly with this Mask of Madness. I'm assuming something like Sanjin Yasha is next for her. I have seen this build, I think, once before, and it might have been Team eHug, actually, that did it the other night in the Canada Cup. 1 second, let me check with Satsmans. As Medusa is actually going to be the one farming these stacks. Kind of left her alone for a little while up there, and they're going to be regretting it pretty hard. Plus, they don't really have a great Diffusal Blade builder. Shadow Fiend already going for the Yules, kind of one-shot. Not 100% sure they need it here, but they'll definitely be able to do something with it. Is actually the Zeus ult is going to come out. They are going to charge in on the Medusa here, figuring out where she is, and well, this ward paying off immensely. TA will get a trap out there to slow KVH down, possibly make him take a little more damage. They are going to use that urn to burn away some refraction charges very quickly, but Penguin in a lot of trouble here. A Phoenix ult out somewhere on the map, as Shadow Fiend ult is going to be charged up. The edge will hit on TA, and she will drop to the axe there, but Infinity's still on a mega kill streak as he takes down the Spirit Breaker. They can't kill him off at this point, it seems. They're not killing him off, and they don't seem to have the tools to do so. And the Firefly is just doing so much in these fights. He's putting it in very interesting places. For instance, this team fight over here, he had it wrapped this way and wrapped around this way, kind of, so that anyone coming up the river this way, anyone standing around this way, got hit by that Firefly and did a ton of damage in the fight. Now, keep in mind, that's going to be nerfed, but it's still going to be a pretty prevalent ability, I believe. They don't call him Batrider the Unnerfable for nerfing. See what I did there? Yule's going up to the Zeus, though. And that will be very nice to stop a charging Spirit Breaker as well. Never mind. Done 3 times in 6.83, twice as a first item, both by Sumail. Shout out to MVG, Dota 2, and Captain Canuck Dota, who got me that stat on very short notice. Blank Dagger coming up for the Templar. And Midas coming up for Phoenix as well. Actually, already up on both those items. And Lina now with the Yules. They've got their big items, but they will use the Zeus ult and the Batrider Lasso to take down KVH in the jungle. And that's going to be a pretty easily found kill for them as well. 18 souls sitting on him. And they also still have TA smoked up, which is going to be very, very useful. I may actually have Plague joining me for game number 2. Not 100% sure. Pandago getting charged up. They are going to go in on this, it looks like. Actually, Penguin ending up on the high ground. This is a huge misplay. He'll pop the Empowering Haste, getting a little bit of extra bonus speed. Not sure how much it'll be enough. And actually, Angry Tessie coming in here will throw down the combo. Gonna miss it, actually, as the ult comes out from Medusa. However, Phoenix ult being thrown in here. PQ getting hexed up. There was a stun coming out. He will jump onto the lion with the ult and probably go down in return here, if they can get just enough damage. Infinity unstoppable, taking every kill he can find on the map. They'll also bring down the Phoenix there with Templar. Jeppins will drop here to Medusa as well. eHug appear to just be stomping with this draft, as Infinity is going to lasso up KVH, and he'll die again. Keep in mind, he died at the beginning of that fight. They wiped the rest of the team. He respawns, and now he's dead again. It's not looking great for Boreal, seeing it as in that fight they killed every single hero, lost 2, but still managed to retain a 2k gold swing at least off of that, with a little more in the pocket as well. Still got to remember, Boreal can make it back. It's only a 5k gold lead for eHug, only a 5k XP lead. And in terms of last hits, they're keeping up just fine. Gold per minute, not so much, but in terms of raw farming potential, Shadow Fiend keeping up just great with the Templar and whatnot. Another scouting Zeus ult just coming out. Actually not going to spot the smoked up Spirit Breaker, but we'll give them a good chunk of vision Because actually, Shadow Fiend is coming back here. He does have Midas to use in just a moment. He at least did get that off when he respawned, which isn't... I mean, it's something you need to have happen, but it's not going to be game-changing, I'd say. So, 9-16 now. In terms of score, Jeppins working on a Blade Mail, which is going to be very useful this game. Let's see. TA has got her Blink Dagger and an Aegis and 2k in the bank. Nothing huge coming up for her here. But here you can see that Mask of Madness is really allowing her to chew through creep waves very quickly and farm very quickly as well. The extra move speed on that is going to be just fine and very useful. KVH, I'm assuming picking up a Blink Dagger. Okay. Yeah, there we go. That makes more sense. He picks up an Ult Orb, though, probably going for Eye of Scotty just so he can be tankier and get a little more slow crowd control out of the team in general. This gamer is going to continue to push out the bot lane. And they will throw another Zeus Ult out. My one qualm with this draft is I don't see them using the Zeus Ult for anything other than vision. Now, the vision it's giving is great. It's allowing them to get a lot. But they could be using it to set up more kills like they have been at times with the Batrider ult. And they're just not doing it. Part of that is because Boreal aren't giving them that opening. Which is exactly what you have to do against one of these pick-off-oriented lineups. The other reason being that, well, they want to get as much damage as they can out of the Zeus, I guess, and it appears to be working just fine. Medusa now with her Eye of Scotty already up at 22 minutes. Very nice farm on her with 542 gold per minute. Not a bad GPM at all. Of course, that'll make her much tankier and much more efficient in team fights as well. In fact, slowing down Spirit Breaker's move speed is one of those things that will just make so much happen. And actually, eHug's Infinity jumping in, grabbing Pizza Dad, who, well, he would have an ult available, but Pandago going to say no. KVH actually popping an ulti off here as Pandago will be going down to a charge. Jeppins dropping low. They do have a Yules up on the Medusa, who will be getting called by the Axe here. They'll take her and MJW down in a pretty stellar fight from Boreal. They may lose the Phoenix, but they take down three heroes, three very important heroes, might I add, in the process. They don't bring down the Batrider, who's still a pretty big problem, sitting 6-0 and 7. But taking out the team's main disabler in the Lion, the Zeus, who's been giving them free vision, and the Medusa, who's been farming up the map like crazy, is quite an advantage. So, Spirit Breaker going to charge down bot and continue farming. Gamer123 did pick up the Sanjay Nasha I talked about. I like this pickup. I don't really see how it's amazing. And I do want to just see, because I don't remember Sanjay Nasha getting changed at all, if it even is changed in 6.84, and I just wanted to see out of my own curiosity for a second. So, yep, it wasn't changed at all. Don't think that item needs to be changed. It's very popular, very useful. And meanwhile, Batrider gonna be able to lasso up Penguin. And the Zeus ult gonna bring him down. They actually secured the kill with that. TA's Aegis will get reclaimed, but they were able to get a lot of net worth out of the map with that, and 1,400 gold still sitting on her. They basically used that Aegis to just gain 5-6k gold on the TA, which is quite a big deal. Shadow Fiend is still sitting on a higher net worth and does have his Scotty up as well. However, he's going to need another damage-dealing item to be able to really really pack a punch, you could say. So. Or just something else tanky to keep him tanked up. Not too sure what KVH will build. Would like to see some more attack speed on him, considering there is a TA on the enemy team. And the more attack speed you have, the better. You're going to cut down that fraction. Diffusal, honestly, wouldn't be that bad either for the mana burn on the Medusa. But it's not exactly a common item. They will drag Axe back here, and Spirit Breaker coming in as well. Well, was looking for an ult, not going to be able to get it. They'll bring down the Axe, and the rest of the team will chase here. As actually Phoenix comes in, but the ult, or the Mask of Madness from the TA doing a lot of work. They will take down the Refraction. Now Medusa, though, still standing on the back end. Angry Tessie will evade it with the Yules, but I'm not sure it's going to save her, as it actually just lines up another kill for Infinity on his monster kill streak. A double kill now for him. Medusa picking that one up, and they will charge toward the Medusa now. But going to back off. Spirit Breaker realizing, hey, wait a second. Where's my team? Team? Oh, they're all dead. Okay, well, that's a bit of a problem for him, isn't it? Meanwhile, eHug's still retaining their advantage, but it is slipping a bit here. Although they definitely are still pushing ahead. I actually think eHug have the stronger late game, which is something I'm hesitant to say with a Templar Assassin on the team, since usually about 7 out of 10 times I'd say Templar Assassin gets somewhat weak late game. At least from a defensive standpoint. From an offensive standpoint, she's as good as ever. But defensively, she can kind of start to fall off. Now, with the Sanjin Yasha, she'll be quite a bit more relevant. But not too much. As actually, they'll use a lasso mid lane. Won't find much with it. And Medusa ult coming in to hopefully bail them out, as Lina will go down to the Templar Assassin. Nice Mystic Snake there, but it won't stop Phoenix from ulting. They need to bring it down. They won't bring down. They will bring down the egg, actually. A stray right click from Pandago. Escaping Jeppin's call there. KVH in a bit of trouble. He will charge up the ult. Get 1 and then 2 off, but not a full 36 soul ult. And it's a 3-for-2 trade going the way of eHug. With all 3 of their cores still standing, so they're going to be able to push in here. Medusa, I'm assuming looking for a Manta style, but also could be looking for Lincoln's. Does have enough surplus to pick up the Manta whenever. eHug taking advantage of the fact that they do have
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
a good chunk of TA traps that they can throw down. If someone ends up farming those camps, they can just slow him down and at least pester him some. Possibly even, do more than pester here. As they will take down the Aegis, or the Roche here. TA gonna pick it up once again, dropping the Ring of Aquila for now. And there is one of those up on the Medusa as well. What's on the courier here? It is a Bloodstone for MJW on the Zeus, a Lincoln's for the Medusa, and an Ult Orb for the TA. So it is going to be Scotty coming up for TA.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Very quickly, I might add. And a whole heap of large items coming out for eHug in general, pushing them even further into the lead in terms of net worth. Now, Infinity could be getting jumped on. They still have yet to bring him down this entire game. 8-0-13. This guy's an absolute monster. At the moment. However, the smoke may not do anything in the end.
Among the hidden ones.
As it will pretty much just be wasted. Templar now with the Scotty up. They'll use that Zeus ult for vision once again. They're going to spot out Jeppins on the mid lane. Drop it kind of low, but not quite low enough. These heroes are relatively tanky now, and the Zeus ult isn't going to do as much damage since he doesn't have an Axe just yet. He does have parts of a Bloodstone. Actually, a full Bloodstone now, ready to go. Which will make him quite a bit tankier, give him a lot more mana to work with as well.
Radiant's top tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower has fallen.
Meanwhile, we are going to have the drag back on Angry Tessie here, who will get taken down. Infinity now godlike.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
As he takes down the Lina. And they're showing no sign of bringing him down soon. I wouldn't be surprised if this were a refresher coming up for him. Axe actually getting used up and slowed to a crawl by the rest of the team here. He will at least regen up a bit, pop his magic wand, and hope to survive, but it's not going to do much. Pump fake on the ult by Zeus. Not actually going to be thrown out though. Just saying, hey, but we got a God of Thunder, Lightning, and all of that on our side. What do you got? So actually, Zeus is going to be in a bit of trouble. We'll use up the Spirit Breaker and now pop the ult as Axe buys back. Lina not having the luxury, of course. And basically, they just need to kind of not engage here. Lincoln Sphere up on Medusa with 3k in the bank already.
Radiant's top tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower has fallen.
That be a tribute.
Meanwhile, TA continuing to get fat and tanky, and it's not every time I say this once again, but the late game potential of this TA is quite high, because behind Refraction, she's not just a ball of damage, she's a ball of health as well, which is going to help her out quite a bit.
Under attack.
Moving on through here. I actually have a charge coming through onto the Zeus, and his ult, well, it's on a 20-second cooldown. He does use himself up, but it's not going to be enough. He does commit suicide as he comes back down, so at least he isn't going to fall here. Gamer on a killing spree. Medusa coming in, just trying to do enough damage, though. Yules her into the air, even though they were slowed. KVH getting a big ult up and not doing quite enough damage. TA will blink forward, looking for Jeppins. Not quite finding him just yet. Pizza Dad back from the ult here, as actually KVH is going to get grabbed by Infinity and dragged back. Infinity still alive somehow, and he won't be dying this game, actually, as he is 9-0-17. What a Batrider game from Infinity here. Absolutely fantastic. And eHug looks like they're going to take this one. Boreal taking a loss in game number 1, but they'll move into game number 2 right now with a Semester Revolution 5 for TrueSight TV, and you're watching Join Dota League Season number 6. Don't go anywhere. We got another game coming right up. And don't forget to follow TrueSight TV on Twitch, on Twitter, on Facebook. That's all under TrueSight TV. We really appreciate your support, guys, and don't forget to leave some feedback. Tell us what you like. Tell us what you hate. We'd love to hear it, and we'll see you in just a few minutes.